My name is Deshaun Ewing, and I am a storytelling coach with Fabula. Fabula is an organization whose mission is to strengthen community through storytelling. Um, our goal and objective is to just make sure that the community has an outlet and a space where they can feel comfortable to share their stories and tell the world who they are. We recently had an event with Fuel Milwaukee for Black professionals. This event was an amazing event. When I went into the event, I was not sure exactly what to expect or even what the expectations were of those that were attending the event. I thought it may be people just wanting to vent and get frustrations out, and it may end up being more of a rant session than anything. But I was pleasantly surprised that when we got there and we began to do the workshop and set the structure of the workshop, it immediately became clear that the intention was to share stories of what we as Black professionals have experienced in the workforce, but also the intent even moreover was to listen to the stories. Individuals came in with a mindset of listening, support, being able to help others create their own stories, not even realizing that their stories were in existence within them to begin with. What we did was take time to share stories over and over again with one another. Those stories became a part of who we were in that space. We were also able to look at how do we take those stories and put them into other atmospheres so other people may hear those stories. So we are really at the point right now of looking at how do we take those next steps that we can get the stories into the community. Some of the feedback that I got from the attendees of that event was just phenomenal. A lady who is in her late 50s saw me the other day in the community and stopped me to tell me how much she loved being a part of that workshop, how much it influenced her to open up more about her life and her experience. And she didn't know she had so many stories inside of her. And so she's really willing and excited to share those stories. She's looking for other opportunities. She wants to know what is next, what are some of the next steps.
Hi, I'm Kenita, ex-Fabula's event producer. And as you may know, we recently had a Black professional workshop titled I Am Becoming in partnership with Fuel. And so what's next for us, from some of the participant feedback that we received, they definitely want another Black professionals workshop. And so we're certainly thinking about workshop number 2, but we're also thinking about how do we invite other marginalized groups in the city to have a space that is healing and cathartic for them to tell their stories as well. What does this look like for Black men? What does this look like for the LGBTQ community? What does it look like for other people in the city to be able to have this space to share their stories and to learn how to craft their stories so that they can share them with other people and hopefully share on one of our ex-Fabula public stages. As a Black professional in the city, I'm certainly excited that I got to be a part of this workshop that we did, and I thought it was very brave for us as an org to kind of take this on, because it's something certainly I've never been invited to as a Black professional and a lifelong Milwaukeean. And so I think it's really important because Milwaukee is one of the top 4 segregated cities in the country. So it's not often a safe space for Black people. And I would go a step further and say Black professionals is its own subculture within being Black. What does that look like when you're trying to climb up the corporate ladder in these traditionally majority white spaces and you don't feel like you can bring your most authentic self to the table? How do you have those conversations? How do you create that space for yourself in the workplace? I'm certainly fortunate that I work for an org that allows me to do that every day, but that's not everybody's story. And I think that's why this work is important, that we're allowing people a space to tell their story and then to find outlets for them to continue to tell their story. It's obviously a part of Ex-Fabula's mission, where we use storytelling to strengthen communities. And it's something that we're proud to do, something we hope to continue to do, and hopefully you'll help us with that work.